Hello and welcome to Official Nintendo Magazine's review of New Super Mario Bros. 2 on the 3DS. New Super Mario Bros. 2 is a guaranteed success for Nintendo. The DS original sold over 28 million copies worldwide, and the Wii follow-up shifted another 25 million. This review is a bit different to the norm though. It will contain more negative points than positive ones, and that's because the main positive, the gameplay, remains so well-tuned, responsive, and intuitive that even though it disappoints in other aspects, it's still an essential title. It's worth bearing in mind that a lesser Mario game is still an incredible platformer in the grand scheme of things. The physics, the level design, the enemy animation and just the overall feel of the game are always incredible, and it's no different here. Everything you loved about the previous New Super Mario Bros. Gameplay is present and accounted for, and you're guaranteed fantastic platforming action. The big emphasis this time round is on coins. They pop out all over the shop. There's a coin counter that pushes you to get a grand total of 1 million coins. It isn't a Mario game without power-ups, and New Super Mario Bros. 2 is something of a mixed bag.
The Golden Flower power-up, which lets you fire golden fireballs that turn everything into coins, is immensely satisfying because of the power it gives you.
While there's something oddly addictive about putting a coin block on your head and running around as a stream of coins pours out. The return of the Raccoon Suit power-up is a welcome one, but you don't actually get many opportunities to fly with it. Rather, it's mainly used for floating slowly to the ground. In this way, it acts much like the Tanuki suit in Super Mario 3D Land, making jumps easier and allowing you to attack nearby enemies with the tail whip. Other than that, there's nothing else though. The Mega Mushroom appears one single time in the main adventure, and the Mini Mushroom doesn't see much more action than that. All that's left are the Standard Mushroom, the Fire Flower, and the Starman, which work as they always have done. Visually, it's an odd one too. When playing in 2D, the backgrounds are lush, but when you slide up the 3D slider, these backgrounds are deliberately blurred, with only Mario and the foreground platforms visible. As it is then, the best way to play the game is with the slider only halfway up. That way, you can enjoy the 3D effect, but still get at least some detail in the backgrounds too. As with its console predecessor, you can also play New Super Mario Bros. 2 in co-op mode, though only 2 players instead of up to 4. One player controls as Mario, the other player controls Luigi, and it all works well enough for the most part. The other big addition to the game is the Coin Rush mode. This takes 3 random levels from certain worlds and tasks you with clearing all 3 of them without losing a life, at which point your total number of coins will be recorded and compared with others over Street Pass. This does put an interesting spin on things, even though the random nature of the levels does make it a little harder to perfect a high score. Still, this encourages the player to master every single stage in order to prepare for every possible combination. In time, Nintendo promises that new Coin Rush stage packs will be added at an extra DLC cost. New Super Mario Bros. 2 then is the very definition of bittersweet. By default, it's the best side-scrolling platform on the 3DS, and yes, it's even better than the original New Super Mario Bros. But that came out 6 years ago, and in that time, we really expected the series to have progressed further than a 3D effect and a Coin Rush mode. By all means, run out and grab this, because it still provides another serving of the Mario action you know and love. But in the grand scheme of things, it could have been so much more. We awarded New Super Mario Bros. 2 90%.
Oh yeah!